Iron sharpens iron. You've probably heard that phrase before, right? It's this ancient, powerful idea. But what does it actually mean for us, right now? In a world that's just moving at lightning speed? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever been just totally stuck? I mean, staring down a huge, complicated problem, and all you're thinking is, I wish someone would just give me the answer. Just hand it to you, nice and simple. Yeah, if you're nodding along, you are absolutely not alone. It's like we're all wired this way now. We want solutions instantly, right? At the speed of thought. We want the fix to pop up as fast as a text message.
And that impulse, that need for an immediate answer, it's a really powerful thing. It's almost universal. Which brings us right into our first big idea here, the craving for quick fixes.
I mean, just think about it for a second. When you're really struggling with something, what's the first thing you do? You might go to a friend or your parents, maybe even a counselor. And even if we don't say it out loud, there's this little hope inside, isn't there? That they'll just have the answer. A neat, tidy, ready-made solution for our messy, complicated problems.
But here's the thing. That approach, it has a pretty big flaw. And that leads us right into our next section, when simple answers fail. Because the truth is, and I think we all kind of know this deep down, our real human problems, they're just not simple. They're messy, they're complex, they have all these different layers. And they're organic, which means they're constantly growing and changing. So the idea of a simple, one-size-fits-all answer, it just doesn't work most of the time. And this right here, this really lays it all out. It's a total mismatch. Look at one side. Our problems are complex, organic, multi-layered. Now look at the other. What we want is something simple, quick, and ready-made. You see the disconnect? It's a huge conflict right at the heart of the issue. Okay, so if hunting for that quick fix is basically a dead end, then what are we supposed to do? What's the alternative? Well, that brings us to something way more powerful. Let's talk about the power of dialogue. Let's circle back to that phrase we started with from the book of Proverbs. Iron sharpens iron, and one person sharpens another. Think about what that actually means. It's not about one piece of iron just handing a sharp edge to another. No way. It's all about the interaction, the rubbing against each other that does the work. And that's the key takeaway right there. The real magic, the real value, when you're looking for help, it isn't in getting a perfect, quick answer. It's in the process. It's about jumping into a real, genuine dialogue. So what exactly is a genuine dialogue? I mean, it's not just sitting there while someone lectures you, right? No. It's this dynamic back and forth process. It's where you both engage, you push back, you explore. And it's out of that interaction that clarity starts to show up. It's really an active partnership. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but you might be thinking, how does this actually work? What does it look like in real life? Perfect question. Let's break it down in this next part. How iron sharpens iron. All right, so let's look at the actual sharpening process. It's kind of a four-step journey. First, you just have to engage in that dialogue. You have to start the conversation. As you do that, as you talk things through, you start to refine your own thinking. It gets clearer. And an amazing thing happens next. You start to see your blind spots. The things you were completely missing on your own. And what happens after all that? You come out the other side sharper. And the results of doing this? They can be huge. Your thinking gets untangled, it becomes way more refined, your understanding of the whole situation gets sharper. It's like turning on a light in a dark room and seeing all these blind spots you never knew you had. And maybe the biggest thing of all is that it helps you identify the real issues, the stuff hiding under the surface that was causing all the trouble in the first place. Now, let's be real for a second. This isn't always a walk in the park. Just like iron grinding against iron, a truly honest dialogue can create some friction. It can feel uncomfortable, even challenging. But you gotta remember that friction, that's where the magic happens. It's the very thing that strengthens you, shapes you, and in the end, makes you sharper. And there's some great psychological backing for this. The writers Kishimi and Koga put it perfectly. They basically said that you can't just have someone tell you the answers and expect your doubts to disappear. Real, lasting change, it only starts when you participate in the process. You have to be an active player in finding your own solution. And all of this, everything we've talked about, leads us to a final, really empowering idea. Let's talk about forging your own wisdom. I absolutely love this concept. We have this idea that wisdom is something you just find, like you stumble upon it or someone gives it to you. But that's not how it works at all. Wisdom isn't found. It's forged. It's made in the heat and the pressure of that sharpening process we've been talking about. So,
In the end, it's those honest, thoughtful, and yeah, sometimes tough conversations that truly sharpen us. They're what turn us into wiser, more discerning people. People who are better equipped to handle whatever complex thing life throws at us next.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. Something for you to really think about after this. The question is simple. Who is the iron that sharpens you?